Morning.
Happy Monday, everybody.
Back to it, even though
They weren't
didn't
really
have the
gone.
holiday off. But we know some of our friends did. And
Yeah.
So if you're one of them, welcome back to work or welcome back to maybe a regular routine.
Yeah. We're glad you're with us. Let us know where you're tuning in from. We know we had a lot of friends visiting up north for the holiday weekend.
Yeah.
Maybe you're back home. Let us know where you're tuning in.
Yeah. I'm Brendan Kinney. I do the news here. We have meteorologist Bricca. She's actually over there. And then Director Gibbs in the back.
Yep.
Director Gibb was, I think, the star of the show. I think that's safe to say on Friday. Wouldn't you say, Heather?
Yeah, we live streamed the 99th National Cherry Royale Parade for the National Cherry Festival. And Gibb was handing out all the goodies.
I was talking more so on Friday. Remember when he was in the studio with us?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, on Friday.
That live stream.
But also Saturday as well.
Yeah.
Mark Gillette was there on Saturday. He just walked in the studio.
Yeah.
Good woot woot. A little warm on Saturday, Mark.
Roasty toasty.
Yeah, a little moist, he says, too. I know you were keeping us updated on the temperature. How hot did it get on Saturday?
Oh, I didn't even look at the forecasted or the actual reported high.
I think it was 86, at least when you were looking.
Yeah, well, we were still there. It was 86. It did get warmer, though.
Oh, yeah?
It was a little, I was just outside of town, so it was a little cooler where I was after the parade, but let's see. Oh, reached 89.
It did go up to 89?
Yep,
Yeah.
almost. And the forecast high was 89.
Yeah.
So I would say that verified, for sure.
Yeah, we were live streaming. Wherever you're watching this is where you can go back and watch the parade if you want. We were in downtown Traverse City.
Yeah.
National Cherry Festival has since wrapped up. 100 years is what we're celebrating next year.
We are.
Looking forward to that.
That'll be an exciting time.
Apparently, Paula says bring back Gibb. Paula liked the Gibb edition on Friday.
Yeah, you guys, if you joined us, thanks for bearing with us. We were all just little gremlins giggling all morning long. And then it bled into 8:35 because that's how we were at 4 a.m. I don't know what was in us or what was in the water, but yeah, we were just giggling. Gibb was having fun with us, reading the comments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, very patriotic. He had the American flag in his hand. And he blames the piece of chocolate I gave him.
Oh, right, yeah.
For adding to the energy, maybe a little sugar boost, yeah.
Now
he's saying he didn't blame anything. I think you're rewriting history, Gibb. I think you did blame the piece of chocolate.
He did.
For just the chaotic energy that we had.
Yeah, and the only few times he's ever come on is when you've been gone. And then
he's been in here when I've been here.
Yeah, but a few times when it's just him and I at the desk, and him being a gremlin, he's blamed on my cookies because he's ate a lot of the cookies before. So I don't know, there's always some sugar excuse.
You ever heard of personal responsibility, Gibb? He goes, yeah, it doesn't happen.
Hey, at least he's honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're back to this normal format, but apparently Paula wants us to go back to what we had on Friday.
It was
Either
fun.
way, we're glad you're here, friends, and here to talk about some weather, huh?
Yeah, we'll get into the weather quiz, the weather forecast, and then we'll talk to our friends, see where they're at.
Yep.
If they're maybe just recovering from the long weekend, maybe they didn't have a long weekend, they're still right back to work. We'll check in.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, so it's National Strawberry Sundae Day. As of 2022, how many acres of the state are dedicated to growing strawberries? And that's the soonest that our survey can go back to. So that's why I pulled 2022 data. So is it 745 acres, 875, or 924?
All right. We'll read those guesses coming up here shortly.
Yes, we'll talk about strawberry fun, but we'll get into the forecast. So we did see a wet day yesterday with showers and thunderstorms, even a stronger to severe thunderstorm in our southeastern corner of the state, closer to Gladwin, just north of Gladwin. So we did have that tornado warning last night. That cold front has now passed off to our southeast, but we're still seeing some lingering cloud cover before high pressure moves back in. So if you're in the eastern UP, we are seeing a bit more sunshine there, some partial clearing closer to the Mackinac Bridge, but you can see a lot more cloud cover south. That's like our temperatures right now. It's 58 degrees in Sault Ste. Marie, 61 on Mackinac Island, 61 in Pellston, 60 in Alpena, and the warmest spot that's reported right now is Frankfort at 64 degrees. Here's a look at our Monday golf forecast. excellent golfing weather. If you have a tee time even later today, we're going to see a lot more sunshine later on. You will need the sunscreen. We're going to see a northerly wind light at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And highs will be in the 70s, so right around average. Here's a look at our day. So we'll see that cloud cover retreating. We'll see that clearing west of I-75 first. The eastern side, you can still see some early clouds early afternoon, and then we'll clear out. So we'll see a lot of sunshine midday. Tonight, we'll see a mix of sun and clouds closer to around sunset. Some cloud cover is expected south of the bridge in early tomorrow morning. And then tomorrow, we have the slight chance of showers mainly into the afternoon. If you are west of I-75, it won't be heavy or long-lived, but we will see a few sprinkles around. Then tomorrow night, we are expecting pop-up showers and thunderstorms. So especially in the northern lower, you have a higher likelihood of seeing that, and that will linger into the early part of Wednesday. The mowing forecast, if you need to mow the lawn, maybe you're busy this weekend, you're back home from the holidays, we are expecting a dry condition. So good mowing weather today. Tuesday, we have okay weather just because we do have that later shower chance. If you get it done early in the morning, you'll be good. And then Wednesday, we have a few showers possible, mainly early day. So it's not going to be a washout Wednesday either. Thursday's an isolated shower chance, so I think most of us will stay good on Thursday. For forecast high temperatures today, 70s in the eastern upper peninsula, around 76 degrees on Drummond Island, 74 in Engadine, decreasing clouds and a light northerly wind, 77 in Atlanta today, 71 in Petoskey with decreasing clouds, 71 in Elk Rapids, 73 in Leland. If you're in Benzonia, 72 today. We'll see decreasing clouds, 80 in Baldwin. If you're in Cadillac, Lake City, 76. Tonight will be a cooler evening. If you want to open the windows up, maybe cool off a bit, we are expecting a more refreshing evening with a mostly clear sky for the eastern upper peninsula. Lows will be in the 40s and 50s. Hardly any wind tonight, too. 51 in Atlanta and Sheboygan, 48 in Grayling. We'll see mostly clear sky early on, then a bit more cloud cover. So west of I-75, we will call it mostly cloudy tonight. 53 in Baldwin, 52 in Manistee. A look ahead to the rest of our work week after the extended holiday weekend. Tomorrow we have those shower chances mainly later into the afternoon if you're west. Late thunderstorm, pop-up thunderstorm chance into early Wednesday. Not expecting a washout any of these days, but there is a slight chance of an isolated shower or two Thursday. Friday will be drier and warmer, highs mainly in the 80s. And then it looks like our next weather maker moves in by the weekend. Looks like it's going to hold off till later in the day. Timing of that could change, but for right now we have scattered PM showers on Saturday.
All right, time to say hi to our friends.
We'll
Paul,
say hi.
Saying good morning from Rogers City. Also saying hi to Gib. We have Chris saying good morning from East Lansing. Susan is saying good morning again from Kalkaska. It's cloudy and 61. Brian saying good morning from Harrison. Brian is saying go Hornets. Joel's chiming in again, watching from Pleasanton, 63 and cloudy, heading to work soon. We have Paula, who wants to bring Gib back again, reporting good morning from Boyne Falls, 62 and cloudy, just a little over half an inch of rain yesterday.
Okay.
Her gardens are happy, very happy, she said.
That's what my weather watcher Ken said. He needed water for his flower pots that he had, like, I guess, or plots of plants that he had planted in his yard.
Okay.
And so he's very happy with the rain that we got.
Good deal.
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of people are. Susan is guessing 875 acres. So is Joel, so is Chris. Our friend Alice saying good morning, Heather and Brendan. I went to our cottage at Long Lake, north of Alpena. But
I know where that is.
Came home because of the rain. It's 67 in Alpena, one of the many Long Lakes in Michigan.
And I hear the Long Lake is one of the favorites for boating in the summer out there. And we have a Long Lake in Traverse City, close to Traverse City too.
They're all over the place, yeah. Joel saying it was 91 in Pleasanton on Saturday.
Yes.
He I think he said heading to work soon. Alice is guessing 875 acres. Chris, we see your Bitmoji. Kathy is enjoying the cooler temps. We have my mom watching. Families up north. Yeah. Including Benji.
We saw Benji. He came to the parade. Only stayed for a little bit so he could cool off because it was too hot for him.
It's hot. A lot of loud noises.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
My mom's saying good morning from Traverse City. Walking Benji on a cool morning. Have a good day. And what a difference between Saturday and Sunday.
You know, a cold front will do it.
Yep.
We needed that relief, though. That the extended heat and humidity, not good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Susie Q is saying good morning. It's 60 in Frederick. Hi, Susie Q. Had a great day on Mackinac Island. A lot of fun on the island, she said. The carriage ride was great, too. She's home today, getting some yard work done. Alice saying y'all were fun on Friday.
Aw, thanks, Alice.
Glad you think so.
It just felt like Brett and I were just hanging out outside the studio.
I think you're getting Friday and Saturday mixed up.
Oh, well, Friday she said?
Friday she said y'all
Okay.
were fun on Friday,
Oh,
yeah.
I'm glad Alice enjoyed Friday.
Alice, have you seen yourself on TV yet?
Yeah.
I've seen you on TV. We have Weather Watcher commercials airing all the time.
Yeah, we filmed all of them when they came to our Weather Watcher party in May. So Joe kind of does a little intro about our Weather Watchers, and then, yeah, I've seen Faith, I've seen Alice.
Melissa, Tom,
You've seen Melissa. I haven't
Kelly.
seen those yet. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
So that's fun. Honoring our Weather Watchers. They get up early for us every morning, every
They
weekday.
are one of our most loyal viewers.
They are.
But
they really
we
are.
know you guys are loyal too on the Facebook Live, but Alice calls me at 4:54 almost every single morning. Everyone has to chime in with their weather report by at least 6:20-ish, 6:30 at the latest. So yeah, they're early risers for us.
We have Sharon bringing up something that was in our newscast this morning with the deadly flooding in Texas. At least 80 people have been confirmed dead. The search is still ongoing, Heather.
Yeah, and flooding is one of the most deadly weather events that we see here in the United States.
Yeah.
So it's unfortunate that that happened. But
Yeah.
my prayers are with the family and the friends. If you know anyone that lives there, it's not a good sign right now.
No. And we saw how quickly those rivers and creeks rose and
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I saw a
Sad to
video that
see.
was posted, and it was just from the 4th of July of people floating the river, having fun, and then they showed how quick the river rose, and it's crazy how fast that happened.
Yeah. So I'll read the comment. Heather, I don't know how deeply you want to get into this because it does get into politics a little bit
Okay,
with
yeah.
Texas officials saying that maybe the National Weather Service didn't offer enough warning. National Weather Service has responded, saying, I think it was Thursday, they put out a warning.
Yep.
Anyway, I'll read Sharon's comment, and then Heather, you can give your input. Sharon says, please let me know we have enough weather personnel to give us a weather report. Texas really had no good weather reports, is what Sharon's saying.
Yeah, National Weather Service does their due diligence. Their main role with our tax-paying dollars is to protect lives and property. So they were warning people. It was a quick event, and maybe that's where people just didn't think or take the warning seriously, didn't see them. I saw, mixed reviews on people getting the alerts on their phones. I wasn't living there. I'm not entirely sure how that all played out, but it does look like National Weather Service tried on their end what they can do. They can't go into every single house and remove people and tell them to leave, right? It's just not feasible. So we do rely on the public to read the warnings and take them seriously as meteorologists, because we're relaying that message, especially on-air meteorologists. That's their main job, my main job here. So if we ever have those flooding warnings or alerts, we pass those along. My hearts are with the families, and I'm just not going to get into the whole politics part of it. So
Yeah, and we are not spokespeople for the National Weather Service. We're not spokespeople for the government as well. But I just wanted to bring that up because it's on the minds of people. It's in the news.
Yeah.
And what were we going to say, Heather? Sorry.
It's just hard when I'm not forecasting the event myself.
Yeah.
So when I'm sat here through the whole Gaylord tornado, I know exactly how it played out. I know what we did on our end. I know what National Weather Service did on their end. I'm sure they're working with all of their partners and emergency managers to get all of those warnings out as fast as they could.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just tough to not know all the details if we're not physically there.
Sure.
So
I think now might be a good time. How do you, as a broadcast meteorologist, work with the National Weather Service to get information out?
Yeah, so the National Weather Service keeps a close eye on those kinds of things because they have monitors on rivers and dams and all of those infrastructures. So when we do see a lot of rain in a short amount of time, they are the ones quickly and checking on that constantly. And so they will even send a message ahead of time of, hey, we're keeping a close eye on, was it the ice storm, the Manistee River, one of the southern rivers? They were keeping a close eye on that. And they had already sent a, hey, we're at 15, 16 is when we receive flooding, 16 feet. And so we were already given that message before they even sent out warnings of floods. So they'll send out an actual alert if it does reach a certain threshold. You know, every dam has a different threshold, but they'll send that because there's actually hydrologists. That's their main role in the office, is to watch the water levels. And I have a friend who just monitors rivers and streams for the National Weather Service. So they're there monitoring that, and they'll send out those alerts. And then if we get those, we relay them. Here in northern Michigan, we don't typically see a whole lot of that, but when we do, we take it seriously and we'll warn you guys. But yeah, it's not very often we see those warnings, but they do relay that information, and we are the bridge between the government sector and the public. So we'll make social media posts about it because our reach is a little bit more big than some of their reaches. If people follow them closely, and they're already weather aware, maybe they already know, but they rely on us to relay that message to the masses because they don't have the same ways of relaying that message themselves. But then they also put the push notifications out too, if there is serious warnings, and if you're in that county warning area where you will be impacted, you will get that push notification on your phone because your phone works off of cell towers. And if it's set for that geofenced area, you will get that alert on your phone too.
Okay. Thanks for the explanation. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Hopefully it gives some context. Again,
Yeah,
we're not experts and spokespeople for what's going on in Texas.
Yes.
But I think the background helps a little bit with the kind of the coordination,
yeah, and
the working relationship you have.
Yeah, and of course, those people who are emergency managers, FEMA, specific personnel and officials in that area are in that same chat that we are. So they already say, usually, we're deploying people here. We are watching this here. Even when we have severe thunderstorms, we have our emergency managers here in northern Michigan that do hop on that chat and say, hey, we're keeping a close eye on the public. We'll be set up here if we need to be. So they are getting their mobile units ready to respond to extreme events. That's their main role. And they rely on the National Weather Service to do that because we do have people in place that keep a close eye on rivers and streams that that's not our jobs. We're just forecasters here at the TV station. But those meteorologists are specifically trained to look at those water levels to relay that information when and if we need that.
Okay. Thank you, Heather. Susan is wanting us to know it hit 91 Saturday at her barbecue.
Ooh, and it was humid.
And there's heat coming from the grill probably too.
Yes.
The barbecue, woo, toasty.
Roasty toasty.
Gail is saying good morning, guessing 875 acres, that is. Mark saying good morning from Mayo, 59 degrees and cloudy. Our friend and coworker Madison, just a few steps away from us here at the station, saying good morning, happy Monday. Chris worked this weekend on the golf courses. Susie Q is guessing 875. Melissa, sounds like she's thinking that I put on too much makeup. I'll let the makeup team know. I'll pass along the message. Melissa says, so unnecessary. Appreciate you watching, Melissa. We have Robert saying good morning, 62 and cloudy in Indian River. Alice saying hi to Gib. David sharing his political stance there. Bethel saying have a beautiful week from Manistee. Dave saying hello from Breckenridge. Hope everyone had a great long weekend. It's a nice 62 here and going into the mid-70s. A beautiful day. Dave's guess is 875, and so is Bethel's. And David, if you're still watching, by the way, we just don't get into politics much here.
Yeah.
And so even if you were on the other side of the political aisle, I'd still acknowledge you.
We're
but we
neutral.
just don't, we don't just get into politics, so that's the reason why. Alice has been saying no, I've been watching. Well, hopefully you can keep watching, Alice, so you can see yourself on TV.
Okay.
And Ethan is saying good morning from Sioux City. Ethan just made a big announcement, saying crazy that it's my last week here. Almost time for TC and meet you all. Yeah, we weren't going to say anything, Ethan, until you did. But I'm sure you can reach out to him if you have more questions, right, Heather?
Yeah, we're excited to meet you.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't want to step on any toes, and so you can share whatever you want, Ethan. But yes, we'll be meeting him shortly.
Yeah, not our news to share. But.
Yeah. And hope you all had a great 4th of July, 64 in Sioux City, climbing to 84. Some severe storm chances today.
Yep, saw that in your neck of the woods.
Ethan is saying, great explanation, Heather, all very true. And he's not sure on the trivia, but he's guessing 924.
Okay.
And that's where the comments end for me. I'm going to do a little refresh. That's where it ends for Mr. Gibb as well.
Cool.
Oh, Paula saw Alice last night during the 11 o'clock news.
There you go. Paula's paying attention.
Yeah.
She's our eagle-eyed viewer.
She sure is. Her and Gail, too. Gail
Yes.
doesn't miss anything.
Nope.
All right, now we're all caught up, Heather.
All right, so we're talking about strawberries because they are grown here locally in northern Michigan. It's not one of our top crops here, but we do grow quite a bit of them here. So because it's National Strawberry Sunday Day, we're asking you how many acres as of 2022 were dedicated to growing strawberries in the state of Michigan.
So National Strawberry Sunday Day is on Monday? Sunday day on
Monday.
Yeah. I had no idea. I went with, 745.
875 acres. And that's just according to the Michigan Ag Council that keeps a close eye and surveys. This was the most recent information we have on file there of 2022. So everyone got that one right except Brendan. That's okay, Brendan. You got 4 more days. And our Facebook viewer today was Mr. Larry. Larry joins us at 6:20 or 6:21. That's where we show you behind the scenes Facebook Live. We show you the weather quiz then. We answer your questions if you have any with the forecast then as well. But we get a little bit more in depth here because you have a bit more time.
Do you mind pulling up the camera in Gaylord, please, Heather?
Yeah. Do you want me to zoom out a little bit? Or
You can do whatever you want. There's a tent there along Main Street. Heather goes, I don't know what that's for. Well,
I said I saw them setting it up. Is it for what I think it is?
Alpenfest starts tomorrow, Heather.
Okay.
So it's a matter of time. They close down Main Street right there, downtown Gaylord. So that car going through, yeah, is going to have to find a different route here shortly. You can see all the tents set up. And that's where Madison's going to be live. She's been live right there.
I've zoomed in.
The past. Maybe Allie, too.
Yeah.
Has been there live, but we're previewing all the fun there for a milestone celebration in downtown Gaylord, Heather.
Yeah. We'll be live 4:30 to 7 tomorrow. Madison's live reports start at 6:15 and around 6:45. That's when you can catch that. If you're wondering what's new this year, maybe what to do if you want to bring your family to the Alpenfest. I know it's very family friendly. They have a lot of things going on throughout the week and into the weekend. And then we'll also be live streaming that parade as well, like we did with the Cherry Festival parade. And that will be Saturday, early afternoon, and hosted by our Harrison Beebe and Maya Engel.
Yeah. Yep, all the coverage starts at noon on Saturday.
Where
Live
you're watching
streaming,
this.
yep, Up North Live Digital Studio, Facebook, YouTube, and X. So that should be fun. Let me just do a refresh here, Heather, to make sure we're not missing any comments. 49. I just liked the video.
Okay. Interacting with their own social media, it's good.
I double clicked, oops. 49, there we go. Newest, we're getting there. And Madison is confirming, yes, I'll be right there tomorrow, right there in the corner.
Slay.
Ethan, what was he saying? That he's sad to be leaving. And friends hold themselves accountable. It looks like that's it.
Alrighty. Well, everyone, have a good Monday. We're back here tomorrow. We'll see you then.
Bye.